What is up, guys? John L here. Hope you're all doing well. So the Hearts of Darkness event ended, and we were able to get the new 4-star Lockjaw, which means that the new 4-star Lockjaw exists, and he's featured in the Meet Rocket and Groot event, which is the one that came right after. So anyways, we'll jump into the event, and we'll be able to demo the new character Lockjaw, who is the Inhuman dog. I'm not too familiar with Lockjaw, so I'm just going to say he's maybe the pet of Kamala Khan, because it looks like Kamala's walking him on the cover. So, we're in the character-specific node where, you know, we get to play the 2-star, the 3-star, and the 4-star. They provide us with one. We got our Lockjaw cover right there. We're not going to use it. We're going to use the cover the computer gave us, just because it's at a higher level, and they also give us more covers. So let's take a quick look at Lockjaw first. I would jump into the game and start playing and start talking about the powers, but Lockjaw's blue power has a lot of components to it. I think it's just easier to take a look at it before we get into the fight. So here he is. The one that they're giving us is a 5-3-5 build. I kind of like that. Just because I like what Loyal Protector does, and I like the dog that bit you, what it does. And this will be a good opportunity to see how different those powers are at 3 covers and 5 covers. So, here's my, or my assertion that, Lockjaw is the pet of Kamala Khan. That's all I got for, you know, information on this character right now. So, Lockjaw is a, blue, yellow, green, which is kind of an interesting combination. I don't think I can come up with anybody who has that same color combination right now. I kind of like that. I feel like, you know, they were getting a little bit stale. For some reason, they kept kind of going to the well for character color combos over and over and again, and it, you know, just kind of gave you a whole bunch of characters with just kind of the same color build. So this is nice and different. So, nice portrait of him right there. Alright, so let's get into his first power. So, it's Loyal Protector. Let's take a look at it at 3 covers. It's a passive. It says Lockjaw vigilantly stands guard to protect his match. Includes a friendly special tile. Lockjaw jumps to the front, resisting 50% of that damage and dealing 542 damage to the enemy. So, that's at 3 covers. At 5 covers, it becomes 100%. He'll absorb 100% of the damage. That's actually really awesome. And it says he'll jump to the front, so the damage doesn't even need to be directed at him. You could be playing with another character, as long as the enemy matches a special tile. Basically, it's going to negate 100% of the damage, and he's going to deal back, in this case, well, at 3 covers, 542, at 5 covers, 1382. So that's a decent amount of damage right there. So it's a really nice power if you play with someone like Carnage and Medusa. This could be really, really nasty, because you think about how many, you know, attack tiles, strike tiles, this and that are going on. It'll be hard to, like, actually match tiles without getting some kind of special, and if you do, Lockjaw's gonna jump in and then just absorb all the damage. So I actually really like this at 5 covers. So if you don't, you know, put together the right team, I can see this not being useful. I mean, if you have, like, a team that doesn't put out a whole bunch of special tiles, and this is almost, you know, ineffective. But this could be really cool used with the right team. So moving on, his second power is Royal Escort. They give us 3 covers in this kind of preview of it. It's blue, it costs 9 AP, and basically what he does is, depending on what color is most present on the board, he's going to teleport in another Inhuman friend. So It's all the Inhumans that are in the game currently right now. So this is pretty much the reason why I wanted to do this before we got into the match. So he's going to call Quake if blue is the most common color, and she's going to do resonance frequency. It's really easy to figure out what's going to happen. Basically, you know, all the powers are named the same from the Inhuman character who owns it, so you'll know what's, you know, coming, I guess you would say. I was never a fan of Quake, and I think she's kind of like one of the weakest characters in the game. They definitely should do some kind of update on her. So, my point is, this power is kind of like a hit and miss. Could be good, could be bad. The one thing that is interesting to me is the more covers that you get doesn't seem to change the ability. So if I take a look at the 5, Quake's ability stays the same. So when I take a look at the bottom below all the stars, it mentions, you know, crystal deals 1547 damage and creates tiles of strength, da 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 da. So I don't know if like all these characters are available from the get at 3 stars, or if having 4 now I have the ability to call crystal, and or sorry, at 5, or yeah, 5 I'd have the ability to call crystal, and at 4 I'd have the ability to call black bolt. So that kind of would remain to be determined. I guess when we'll play, we'll get a chance to see that. So the first one is Quake. The second one is Kamala Khan, yellow, bring out the best. So I guess she gives the team a health burst of 2,134. That's a nice health burst. I don't know if that's super useful, considering if you have a good team with Lockjaw, maybe you're absorbing a lot of that damage with that really cool Loyal Bodyguard, I think that was what it was called. Loyal Protector, there we go. But it's nice. I mean, if you're in a pinch, then, you know, you can get more health. I think her green power would have been better, the one where she attacks the whole team. So, Quasi-Sonic Whisper, which is, you know, 5-star, Black Bolt's power, destroy the middle 2 rows, deal 773 damage, don't get AP out of it. It only ends up being 1546, again, this is a 190 build, Lockjaw, so he's pretty weak. I don't know what the damage will look like if he was at 270 or above, but right now we're not getting a whole lot of damage from any of Lockjaw's powers, so he doesn't look like a character that you're going to build your team around as like the main attacker. So the next power is, if it's purple, it's going to be Hair Metal, and that's nice because it's a tile swap power. She's going to swap the board, and then, you know, any swapped enemy strike, protect, or attack tiles, you steal and improve them by 313, so that's always cool. Some say the world, so this is one of the new characters. That's not one of the Inhumans in the game, Crystal. She sounds like Storm. I'm not really familiar with the Inhumans, I apologize. So deals 1547 damage, I'm assuming that's to the team, and creates a red attack tile, blue protect tile, black strike tile of 145. Nice kind of mix of both. Not very strong, again, offensively. And you can see, so I guess maybe the more covers he gets, it augments some people's powers. So that's kind of interesting. I could see why you'd maybe want to keep this guy at 3 blue. So Karnak is the last of his Inhumans that he can call. He goes, Karnak, who senses the weak in the enemy team and finds an easy target, deals 2,705 damage to the enemy with the lowest health and stuns each other enemy for 1 turn. So that's kind of nice. He's going to maybe like finish off some weak character and then stun the other 2. He deals the most damage out of all these attacks. Still, again, not really a whole lot, but I like powers that stun, so that's also cool. This is not the power that I would say is Lockjaw's best, though. I still really like the yellow, and we're going to take a look at his green. So the last one he has is called The Dog That Bit You, and taking a look at his 3-cover build of it, it's 8 green AP, It says Lockjaw follows a trail of psionic energy to track down his enemies and attack. Converts 6 random basic tiles to charged tiles. That's pretty awesome. And if you get it to 5 covers, he's going to convert 8 random basic tiles to charged tiles. 8 is pretty cheap for a power that's going to convert so many tiles into charged tiles. And that's pretty awesome because, I mean, some of those charged tiles might be green. So you can really, really do a whole lot of crazy stuff with this power here. And imagine if you have him paired up with someone like She-Thor or Silver Surfer, who I always use. Just a lot of stuff going on with charged tiles. So, looks like a way you could probably get a lot of like AP. I think there's a lot of potential here. That's a really cheap power to get like a lot of AP. And then it has a passive component to it. At the start of the turn, if a charged tile in the enemy's strongest color... At the start of the turn, if there's a charged tile in the enemy's strongest color, deal 326 damage. And that jumps up to 852. So, that's just if there's a charged tile. He doesn't have to make it. So again, if you have a character who creates charged tiles, this could almost be a power that's like, you know, an attack tile that's out there. So, there's, you know, green and yellow are pretty cool. Blue, probably just in there to kind of give him some kind of offensive ability. But the one thing that's nice about blue is he does have a tile swap in there. He does have some tile, you know, buffs. So that's some neat stuff. And he's got a stun in there too. So there's a lot of stuff that are pluses about that blue. Just doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. So let's get into a fight with him and see what he's all about. So they didn't really pair us with a great team. Again, you know, if I was to put a team around, I would really want someone who throws out a whole lot of special tiles. Someone like Carnage for sure comes to mind. You know, if you get Blade, who's, you know, throwing out like, you know, strike tiles for, was it Hunger and all that kind of stuff. That would be really cool. But right now, I think the only special tiles we're going to see are from Human Torch's Black. So we'll try and attempt to get that going. Okay. What would I do? I guess I would try to get green going first. Just so maybe I could get some charge tiles and kind of speed this whole process up. So there's not a lot of blue, there's not a lot of green. I'm just gonna have to kind of tough it out. Luckily we got some purple here, so we can make a match with Inhuman stretchiness. Cool. It's gonna give us a couple. Got a little blue there too. So let's go the dog that bit you. Nice. So we have a whole lot of purple there. And let's do that, because we can probably turn that into another Inhuman stretchiness. 5. Nice. See, we already have a tile, charge tile, that is in their strongest color, so we got some stuff going on. Do a 5 right here. Let's get some blue, some more green. Another dog that bit you. I'm already liking that power. Alright, let's do some more green. Definitely really want to push the green in this fight. I'm kind of seeing that now. Alright, I really would like to get some black, though. I think that would be cool. Alright. This should help us out. Alright, so now we got a couple things going. Really close to blue. Just gotta make sure that he doesn't die. Alright. Alright. How does our fight look? Okay, so Juggernaut's not going to do anything to us. Let's get blue first, so you can see what the animation of that is like. Cool. Thank you for taking out your own tiles. Yeah, definitely get those charge tiles out there with him. If he was stronger, he'd be whittling these guys down. So we'll throw out Inferno to get some special tiles on the board. And I see a couple of greens, so I feel like, well, if I match the red, then Juggernaut's probably going to match that. So let's see who we have right here. We got purple, that's going to be a hair metal. Don't want to do that. Loyal Protector sucked up all the damage. Very nice. And that's what you want to do. And who do we got now? Lockjaw. So we got Kamala. I would really like to see one of these new characters, but I don't think that they're going to survive long enough. So I guess this is it. We'll call Kamala. That's okay. Which is kind of funny because she's just going to do it right again. Alright. Get out even more charge tiles. Like, look at that board. Look how many charge tiles are. Just imagine what Sheathor could do with that. She could just murder someone straight up. So that'll be good for a kill, that'll be good for a kill. So, I like Lockjaw. He's not going to be your main fighter guy, but he looks like a really good support. So, let me know what you guys think. I feel like Puzzle Quest makes a lot of bad support characters, and I think Lockjaw actually might be a really good one. Always looking for characters that get you a whole bunch of AP, since everything's all about the powers, and just seeing how much in charge tiles get on the board from the dog that bit you. Pretty insane. So anyways, hope that helps. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching, guys.